Hey there, folks. I'm Meteorologist Matt Barrentine. Thank you for joining us here on Fox 10 News Now. I'm trying to get into to the system here, get everything set up and running here for you this afternoon. Obviously, it's a hot one. We got 90 in Mobile right now, 95 in Daphne, got 92 in Pensacola. So a real hot afternoon out there, but it's the middle of July. What'd you expect, right? 17th of July. It's going to be hot, and that's exactly what we have. Even down to Gulf Shores, we got 90 at Jack Edwards, a little cooler there on Dauphin Island at 86. I always like to point out the thermometer, the weather set down there on Dauphin Island. If you go out there to the east end, where right there next to the fort where you put in the boats and there's little boat launches and all that, there's a dock that goes right off into the water. On that dock is the weather equipment. It's over the water. It's not on land. It's over the water. So that's why it's reading 86 degrees, because it's right over the water. It's out there where, right at the opening of the bay there where the wind's going right on by it off the water. So it's always a little cooler there at Dauphin Island because of that. And in the winter, on the flip side, it's warmer because of that. It also reads the highest winds in our area because, once again, it's sitting basically right there at the mouth of Mobile Bay, right over the open. So point of all this is if you're actually on the island, say, at one of at the shopping centers going to get something to eat, it's not quite 86 degrees. It's probably up around 90. Just something to point out. All right, so here's your heat index values that we got going on. They're hot. Nothing crazy for the middle of July. 105 downtown Mobile. That's not comfortable, but it's July typically isn't comfortable around here one way or the other. 96 in Mobile, 100 in Fairhope, 100 in Gulf Shores, 104 in Pensacola, 104 in Destin. So once again, these aren't the kind of numbers that we would have a heat advisory for. They're not that high for us at this time of year, but they're uncomfortable, just as typically July can be. Checking out the radar, trying to keep, looks like one little stray shower now beginning to pop up here. Two, actually. One just south there of Weeks Bay near Pelican Point. Right there, quickly popping up. And then we got another one here. There's the Foley Beach Express. Here's where you make that turn off the Baldwin Beach Express on the Foley Beach Express. So that's that windy part of the road. Little shower built up right on over there. Another little shower on Alberta right now. Obviously, these are just tiny, tiny little showers. So a little different out there today. Last few days been very active. We've had a lot of storms. Wednesday was just a complete washout. Thursday we had a lot of rain around, so we've had a lot of showers around. Monday we had some big storms around. So it's been a rather stormy week altogether, but now you can see today we're not looking at nearly as much. Why is that? It's the old routine in July. We basically have, let's call them three weather patterns in July. There's two ones that we go back and forth with, and there's, of course, tropical stuff that can happen every once in a while. But the main two that typically happen is you get your typical summertime thunderstorms, 40 to 60%. Those happen most days like they've happened all this week, and your highs are in the low 90s. Then you get this other side of the pattern, which is what we're about to move back into. So it's like a seesaw. We went one way, now we're going back the other way. There's a ridge building in the upper levels of the atmosphere stretching from Atlanta back to Dallas. So it's dominating the southeast. And when this happens, temperatures go up, rain chances go back down. And that's what we'll look at for the next several days. Thankfully, this isn't a real powerful ridge. It's not going to be the kind that puts our temperatures up into record territory, not even close. But it will help to shut off the rain showers for a few days, to allow things to dry out a bit. So that's, I guess, good, especially for the weekend. It's good timing on all that. So we have a ridge building in the upper levels of the atmosphere. Let me go and show you what it looks like here for us. We move on into the weekend. Check out the Futurecast real quick. Futurecast trying to show a couple of sprinkles tonight, but it doesn't look like much of that's happening. Here's where we go to Saturday morning. Red box there gives you the time there. And what we're looking at here is pretty quiet day for our Saturday. Once again, a couple of showers could build up. Rain chance, 10%. Stray shower, it's possible, but most of us will stay dry here through the day on our Saturday. So it's going to be a pretty quiet day, but a hot day. Temperatures well up into the 90s. Heat index values should get up to right around that 105 mark like what we're seeing this afternoon. So not enough to get us up on the heat advisory level. That's why I'm saying this ridge is not as strong as it could be. So we're going to be hot, but we're not going to be, going into record territory, anything like that. Here's some of the temperatures that are currently all around the southeast. They have cities that are directly under that high. like Dallas and Atlanta, Birmingham, Nashville, you can see well up in the 90s here this afternoon. We're not quite as bad, sitting at 91, but nonetheless, it's pretty toasty here all across the southeast. But it is July. These are the kind of things we expect. For everybody that has joined here this afternoon, I do appreciate it. Of course, we got Fox 10 News at 4 p.m. coming up in 1 hour, 4 and 5 o'clock tonight. Of course, we'll be back at 9 o'clock. The last thing that I'm going to mention here before I go, I'm going to pop this up for you, because this is always just good for a mention. Nothing out there. Always great to say. Tropics are looking good. We don't have any threats out there. You can see some storminess here. I mean, get myself out of the way so you can see what I'm talking about. Just off the coast of Africa. Models though aren't developing that in anything at the moment. So we're okay. So we're looking good in the tropics. Nothing major out there. Nothing of concern for the next several days. It's still mid-July though, so we know we had a pretty quick start. Now we've had a lull for a few weeks. We know that all that can turn back around fairly quickly, especially when we get to about the midpoint of August. Midpoint of August is generally when things really crank up. We go from that mid part of August through the month of September. That's usually the time we get about 60% of our storms. So that's coming. That's up and coming. And looking at the water temperatures out there this year, everything is set up perfectly for tropical systems. So by all measures, we're looking at a busy season. Of course, it just matters where they go. We could have 30 storms. They all stay out of the middle of the Atlantic. Not a big deal. Get one storm coming our way. Could be a big deal. So we'll keep an eye on all that for you. Like I said, pretty quiet out there in the tropics. The weather for our weekend looks pretty quiet as well, but it's going to be hot, July after all. We'll talk more about that in Fox 10 News at 4 p.m. as well as Fox 10 News at 5 p.m. And, of course, you can check us out tonight as well here on Fox 10 News. So, everybody, have yourselves a great day. Here's another look at the forecast. We will catch up with you soon. Bye now.